नमस्कार। लर्निंग फ्रॉम द एक्सपर्ट्स के आज के एपिसोड में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज हमारे साथ एक ऐसी गेस्ट हैं जिनका वेंचर मदरहुड से ओरिजिनेट होता है। शी क्रिएट्स पर्सनलाइज्ड स्टेशनरी एंड शी इज द फाउंडर ऑफ कपिक इन डिजाइन इंडिया। नमस्कार शीतल, वेलकम टू आवर शो। इट्स सच अ प्रिविलेज टू हैव you here today.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah.
So let's know more about Cupik India, how it was born, and what does it actually mean to you?
Okay. So I love telling this part. I was in brand management. I have a background in advertising, and then I had a baby. And then when she started going to preschool, everything that she took to school needed to be labeled. That's the first thing they tell you. And on day one of school, when you hear that, my heart broke because we had such beautiful stuff. She's the only kid in the family. Everyone gifted her beautiful bag, bottle, clothes, this, that, and everything that they take to school, they need to label. And at that time, this is 14 years ago, I started Cupik Design by accident in 2012 because I made some labels for her. I made some baggage tags for her because they're too young to recognize their stuff. And
Absolutely.
everyone in school went crazy. Like I started making friends. She started making friends because everyone, all the aunties would come to her and say, "Wow, your labels are so nice. Your gift tags are so nice. Your bag is so cute." All of that. And I had just done it for fun because I had all the printers and all of that. And I just ended up doing this, and people started reaching out to me to design stuff for their kids also. And I think I was doing this for a few weeks just for fun, like, हाँ ठीक है, I'll make it. I didn't do pricing, nothing. I didn't think about it also. And for me, I think the penny dropped when one day I was at my parents' place. I was sitting with my dad and I was telling him about how all this was. And I just happened to put a picture on Facebook of all my daughter's things with their labels. And I just put a caption saying Ria goes to school. Within 5 minutes, my best friend called me from the US. And she said, "What is this? Where did this come from? I have never seen something like this. Who is making this?" I said, "I just made it for Ria." And she's like, "Are you crazy? I have three children. You've never thought of doing this for me." I'm like, "No, I didn't." And then I was laughing and I just kept the phone. And my dad was like, "Do you realize there's something here? You're building something here without even realizing it, and let's think about it." And he actually helped me because my dad was the pioneer of yellow pages in India.
Mhm.
And he had, obviously, printing and paper is something that I have been around since I'm a kid. And we used the printer contacts that we had, and obviously I was doing brand management, so I was working with printers as well. And I just started doing it, and it became a business within a few
Absolutely.
weeks.
आपने अपने फादर के साथ भी बचपन से काफी काम किया है। यू टोल्ड मी कि
जी।
आप उनके साथ ऑफिस भी जाती थी और उनके लिए प्रूफ रीडिंग भी करती थी। टेल अस दैट स्टोरी एंड व्हाट वर योर की लर्निंग्स वर्किंग विद हिम सिंस अर्ली चाइल्डहुड।
So I've been going to my dad's office since I was maybe in 9th standard or something. In the summer vacation, he used to take me sometimes and he used to bribe me with food. Ki, "Chal, I'll take you to so and so restaurant. Come with me to office on a Saturday in the summer vacation," or something. And then in college, me and a couple of my friends also, we used to go to my dad's office in the summer and earn money. At the end of the day, we used to put our hands out and stand in front of the cashier, and we used to get 40 rupees a day for पूरे दिन का proofreading hundreds of ads that used to go in the Yellow Pages directory. So it was like, I knew everything about every business. क्या क्या businesses हो सकते हैं इंडिया में, so that it gave a lot of knowledge. It gave a lot of perspective on how enormous India's small scale businesses are, and how there is so much pride in being a business owner. But having said that, I was always of the opinion, as I was growing, I was always of the opinion that there is no way I will do business, because I used to see dad always stressed out. He was a very stressed out person in general, and he was always thinking about the business. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go to work for someone else, come back home in the evening, and enjoy my life. And I did it for a few years. But then when destiny has something like this in store, it just comes. And yeah, the learnings have all come from him. Number one would be resilience, I would say, because, being a business owner is not easy. Bapre. I've been doing this for so long now that, that the journey is like
Up and
this.
down.
It's this. business is messy. There's no, it's never going to be like this. It's always like this. It's always, a wiggly line. There are times where I have wanted to shut down. There are times where I've been like, I can't do this anymore, this, that. But then the strength comes from somewhere or the other. Sometimes it comes from some idea for a new product that comes. Sometimes it's a piece of feedback that comes from a client. Sometimes it'll be a throwback post from someone, saying, "Hey, I bought this from you 5 years back. See, it's still there on my daughter's bottle." And I realize that it's made a difference to children. Children are happy. Children have taken pictures. I'll tell you one anecdote. We had this exhibition that we had done. I put this story on my Instagram page also, where we had a stall at an exhibition, and one mother came running to us, and she said, "Your Cupik design." I said, "Yeah." She's saying, "My son got one notebook of yours. He got a personalized notebook of yours as a return gift for a birthday party event. But he doesn't write in it at all." I was like, "Why?" He was some 7 years old or something. And she's like, because he comes back from school every day and he does half an hour of handwriting practice before he starts writing in that diary.
Oh my God.
Because he wants to improve his handwriting before he writes in that, because it has his name on it. And things like this have given such validation that there is a reason we do what we do. I want to create world-class products that become part of children's core memories. And if we get to do that, then the motivation comes from somewhere or the other. The second thing I have learned from dad is empathy for the people who work with you.
Mm.
So we have an all-women team. We've always been an all-women team since the beginning. And, women go through so many things in life. Yeah, it's much tougher to be a woman than a man. And, in terms of responsibilities, in terms of, hormonal changes and this and that. And we just try to, I just try that I don't want my team to be overburdened. I don't want them to be overworked. I want them to be happy when they are doing the work, because I want every child to be thrilled and every mother to be thrilled when they open the package that they receive. For that, the person who's packing that stuff also has to be a happy person who's happy to pack it. So I'm all about energy. I make sure that my staff finishes their work by 6 p.m. and they're out of the office by 6:05. No one is allowed to stay back unless there is something pressing, urgent, which we have pre-planned. This urgently wait till 6:30, aaj 7 baje tak ruk jao, there's that never happens with us. My team is out by 6:05. So that is something that I have learned from my dad, because he was like that with his staff as well. He always thought of everyone as a human first and a worker later. And that is something that, that I've learned as well.
I love this empathy part because, that is what symbolizes when a woman is leading a business. Because more often than
I
not,
agree.
what we hear is, maintaining the work-life balance, people being overstressed, being overworked.
Yeah.
But when a
Yeah.
woman is, putting her heart and soul into something, she still makes sure that the team is happy and, they get
Because I'm
their
doing the same thing,
time.
right? Because I'm
Absolutely.
also managing a home. I also have a kid. I also have to like handle 10 other things. So I don't want them to be like that.
Wonderful job. I congratulate you on that. So you begin, as you said, अपनी बेटी के लिए आपने अपना काम शुरू किया था उसके स्टफ को पर्सनलाइज करने के लिए और धीरे धीरे वो फेमस होता गया और आपका बिजनेस आइडिया sort of boom. So starting it from, a smaller level and then scaling it up now to bigger corporates and even, well-known name in the Bollywood industry as well. How has this
जी.
journey been and how does it make you feel? आपको कैसा लगता है? आज कैसा महसूस करते हैं आप जब आप, when you look back 14 years of this roller coaster ride?
Yeah. I'm just grateful, man. It's just amazing what has happened, because I didn't intend for any of it to happen. Uh, my kid was in a preschool in Bandra, and that is where Bollywood is. So all the stars who were stars at that, who were new parents at that time, ended up buying from me, because we used to be in the same classes, we used to be in the same, you know. And for me, quality is everything. So whether it is a Bollywood star, whether it is someone, who has only say a 2000 rupee budget for all of this in the whole year, or whether it is a corporate client, at the end of the day, every single product that goes out of Cupik Design goes into the hands of an individual. So if a corporate may place an order for 10,000 pieces, of something. But 10,000 pieces is not going to one person, na, कि उसमें error चलेगा, right? 10,000 things are going to 10,000 people. So everyone is receiving one. And for me, because we started out as a brand for individuals, for children, for me, we are wired for delight. I have to delight every person who receives something that we have made. So I think we've kept that as the focus. Like any single person who gets hired in for my team is told one thing, the first thing, that my customer has to be happy. When you are packing an order, imagine the person who's opening it, and you will never go wrong. I repeat this every day like a mantra to my team. The second mantra is that this is a secret, but every time we are pitching for anything important, whether it's a Bollywood client, whether it's a corporate client, all of us in office, we are only six of us, but we hold hands, we say Gayatri mantra, and then we send out that email to the customer.
I'm so touched by the small gestures that you actually follow because I've
I'll tell you
interviewed
why.
so many. I have interviewed so many women, and I rarely find people who do things with such authenticity and with such integrity the way you do. So it's absolutely remarkable.
Because then you believe, no, you are a believer. You believe that all that magic happens. You believe that God is there. You believe that God is helping you because you're working hard. So I'm in that zone right now.
वंडरफुल एंड आई एम श्योर कि ये वाली स्टोरी आपकी ये वाली क्वालिटीज बहुत सारे लोगों को इंस्पायर कर रही होंगी क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कई बार हम ये सोचते हैं कि जब हम अपने बिजनेस को स्केल अप करना चाह रहे हैं तो शायद ये छोटी मोटी चीजों को हमें नजरअंदाज करना पड़ता है क्योंकि व्हेन यू
No,
हैव टू ग्रो प्रॉब्ली यू हैव टू
no,
लीव दिस थिंग्स
yeah,
असाइड बट यू आर सेटिंग एन
yeah,
एग्जाम्पल कि सारी चीजें जो हैं उतनी ही ट्रुथ और उतनी ही प्योरिटी के साथ आगे चल सकती हैं आप अपने बिजनेस को भी उतनी अच्छे से आगे बढ़ा सकते
कर सकते हैं। थोड़ा
हैं
थोड़ा इंटेंशन की जरूरत है, और थोड़ा सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन की जरूरत है, विच आई डू एवरी डे. आई डू जर्नलिंग एवरी डे. आई say a prayer every morning when I wake up, and I say thank you every time. So when you have Shopify, when you have a Shopify store and you have the app on your phone, it goes ka-ching every time you get an order. But every time that comes, I say thank you. I'm just saying thank you out loud. For I think all these things matter. Uh, Abundance grows where intention goes. I'm a firm believer in this. Wherever your attention and intention goes, abundance will grow there.
And there's a saying, it says, wherever your awareness goes, energy flows. So I believe, spiritually, we all are connected, and the kind of frequency that you vibrate at, you are bound to attract that sort of stuff into your life.
100%.
And since you are
100%.
sending out such positivity and, that gratefulness, that kindness for each and every one of your customers that you are catering to, it makes a lot of difference.
I hope so.
कुछ ऐसी लेडीज के लिए कुछ ऐसी लड़कियों के लिए आपकी क्या राय होगी जिनकी आंखों में सपने तो बहुत हैं बट इस टाइम प्रॉब्ली अपने आप को थोड़ा सा वो अनसपोर्टेड फील कर रही हैं दे आर नॉट श्योर कि वो अपने पैशन को एक एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप जर्नी में कन्वर्ट कर सकती हैं या वो अपना ड्रीम परस्यू कर सकती हैं या नहीं आपकी अपनी इतनी बड़ी जर्नी से व्हाट वुड बी योर पीस ऑफ एडवाइस फॉर देम
My piece of advice would be to start small. Uh, I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I was working in an agency. I was working in one of India's top agencies in advertising. I used to work, I was newly married. I was like married for 1.5 years and all. So I did have responsibilities. It's not that I was just like la di da going back to mama's house at the end of the day. And I wanted to start my own business. And I ended up working with someone, uh, moonlighting. So I used to work from 9:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, come back home, have dinner, spend some time with my husband and all that, and then sit to work at 10 o'clock and work till 3 in the morning for the job that I was doing on the side. And I did that for, I think, 4 or 5 months till that became big enough that I could quit my job. And then I became a co-founder in that company. This is much before Cupik Design. This is before I had a kid and all of that. So I did that for 2 years. I was a co-founder with someone else doing brand management and all that because that was the passion. if you want to do it, you have to dabble with it on the side. See if it works. Don't think कि मैं someday when this happens, and when there's this joke of this one guy. It's not a joke, it's a parable, I would say. Of this one guy who's bought a beautiful car and all his friends are jealous about it. And do you know the story? You're nodding already. Yeah. So it's just that, right? That a friend asks him after 6 months कि तेरी गाड़ी कैसी है? He's like, मैंने नहीं निकाली है.
हाँ,
He's
क्योंकि
like, क्यों
सिग्नल के
नहीं
सारे
निकाली है?
लाइट्स तो ग्रीन हुए ही नहीं है।
He's saying, I will take it out only on the day when all the lights in the city are green. And will that ever happen? No. So just keep moving one step ahead in everything that you want to do. And at some point, it will become something that you will be able to just, you'll be able to make it everything.
Absolutely.
That's what happened with me. And, even after I had my daughter and I was doing brand management on my own for clients, and then this happened on the side, I was doing it in parallel. I had not given up my clients. I was doing Cupik design on the side. I used to meet people in cafes because I didn't have a website. I didn't want to invest in it because I didn't know. I couldn't believe that something like this can earn me money because they are my designs. They are cute kid stuff. People are actually buying this. But then when it started scaling, at one point, I gifted all my clients to a friend and said, "Manage kar, मेरे को नहीं करना है. I want to just do this. I want to do the stationery business." And she's like, "Are you sure?" And I had like retainer clients for like 1 lakh a month and all at that time, 12 years back. And I just gave up all that business. I said, no, because the high that I was getting from people buying my designs with their names without any modifications was something else. It was just so I would just say, just keep trying on the side, dabble, ask people, share it with friends, ask them to share it.
तो जो मुझे समझ में आ रहा है, जो मैं अपनी लैंग्वेज में जब कहती हूँ कीप टेकिंग दोज बेबी स्टेप्स, किसी दिन वो जरूर इतने बड़े
Yes,
हो जाएंगे कि आपको अपने आप ही बिलीफ आएगा कि देन यू कैन टेक अ बिगर लीप।
correct.
राइट।
It's happened twice with me. So I would say, yeah, definitely. That is what works.
और लाइफ में कुछ बड़ा
Don't
करने के
wait
लिए
for
छोटे
everything to
छोटे
fall in
रिस्क तो
place.
लेने ही पड़ेंगे आपको, जिस तरीके से
But
शीतल ने
kabhi
किया
kabhi
है।
it's
हाँ।
kabhi kabhi it's not even a risk. Kabhi kabhi it's just about hold yourself back. If you're making stuff for friends in the beginning, the risk is lower because they will forgive you. They know you're starting something new, you
Yes.
know? So I've done horrendous things in the beginning, but my friends have forgiven me.
एंड ये भी बहुत अच्छा है कि आपका फ्रेंड सर्कल इतना सपोर्टिव है, एंड यू हैव दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ बॉन्डिंग विद देम कि आप वो सारे इनिशियल एक्सपेरिमेंट्स उनके साथ कर पाई, विच एक्चुअली हेल्प यू टू ब्रिंग अप बेटर स्टफ फॉर योर क्लाइंट्स देयर आफ्टर।
Yes, of course. Yeah.
हाँ, तो बेबी स्टेप्स लेते रहिए, अपना फ्रेंड्स का एक नेटवर्क बनाइए, अपने सपोर्ट सिस्टम का एक नेटवर्क बनाइए, और
Yeah.
धीरे धीरे करके
Yeah.
अपने आप को चेक करते रहिए, चैलेंज करते रहिए, कीप पुशिंग योर सेल्फ फॉरवर्ड स्टेप बाय स्टेप, और
Yes.
सूनर और
Yes.
लेटर यू विल मेक द थिंग्स हैपन।
Yes. Absolutely.
Wonderful. So I would like to congratulate you, Sheetal, or on many things, especially the empathy part that you brought in, taking care of your team, and the gratitude that you send out to the universe. And may more and more abundance flow your way. That is my
Thank you.
wish. May your business grow multiple fold, catering and bringing
Thank you.
smile to many, many more
Thank you.
faces.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
इट
Thank you.
वॉज फॉर मी एज वेल, और उम्मीद है कि आपको भी ये कॉन्वर्सेशन उतनी ही इंटरेस्टिंग और इंस्पायरिंग लगी हो जितनी ये हमें लगी है। कीप
बिल्कुल।
looking forward to such more stories which inspire you to do better in your life and make your dreams come true. With more of such
Thank
stories, I'll keep in touch with you during the coming episodes, and I thank you, Sheetal, so much for your time
thank you.
and your valuable inputs to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.